Hello, everyone. If anyone's out there, sorry, I'm just a tad late. Trying to find something, and I didn't find it. Uh, I didn't find it. Anyway, I want to welcome you for this United States celebration, the weekend of celebration, our 250th year of being free from rule by anyone else but ourselves. It was 250 years ago that we declared our independence from England, and that's what we're celebrating. For those that don't know, uh, we're celebrating 250 years of being a country. I know our country is quite young compared to some others, which is fine. Um, that's what that's what this weekend's all about. Like I said, we came into our own 250 years ago. Now, for our 200th, our bicentennial, I was in the service, and so there it's pinned. I want to get that pinned. So I don't know if anyone's there watching or not. It's 8 o'clock Sunday morning, which is when I was scheduled here in the Philippines. I'm wearing my U.S. Navy hat. It says U.S. Navy, 1972 to 1978, ship serviceman. And the feather and the key is the symbol of my rate, my rate, ship servicemen, which now are known as retail specialists. Hey, Mike, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. It's still the 4th of July back in the States and, well, back in Canada as well. Like I said, today we celebrate our 200th anniversary. And so, like I said, on our 200th, our bicentennial, I was in the Navy. Uh, yeah, I cut my hair down to almost nothing and shaved my chin whiskers. Uh, I do believe I look younger without the whiskers. So we'll probably keep them gone at least for a while. Uh, I did break down and buy myself a walkie, a selfie stick for my cell phone. I didn't bring one with me, so I haven't been walking around doing anything because I got to hold it like this. So this will help with that, I think. Uh, I haven't, as you can see, it's still wrapped up. I haven't unwrapped it yet. No, I've not met Dan's brother yet. We haven't been in the same area. I was over at the mall and business park yesterday. I was looking to see if I could find pants or actually shorts my size. One size down is the closest I can come in that area. So I'm thinking about going online. I want to get a few more shorts so I don't have to do my laundry twice a week for shorts. I got enough shirts to go the whole week without uh, doing my laundry for my permanent press. I have plenty of shirts that fit me. Uh, when I was working, I had more than enough uh, cargo shorts or long pants that I could wear. So I only had 3 days off a week, and I did my laundry every week. So I had 5 pairs of Cardinal shorts. Plenty of shorts when you're only off 3 days. I had 4 pairs of long pants besides my work pants. Plenty of pants to wear when you're only off 3 days. So during the winter or summer, I had plenty of clothing to wear. Unless I took vacation, and then that was the only time I had to do laundry more than once a week to keep clean clothes to wear. But so I may have to go through Amazon and get a few more shorts. I don't have a pair of black shorts. I don't have a pair of dark gray, and I don't have a. They got also. I saw a pair of black camel. I'd like to find a regular pair of camel, and then I found army green. I have green pants, but nothing that dark. So I may get 3 or 4 more pair. They have same size I'm wearing. I mean, heck, it might even be the same brand. I can't remember. I'd have to look again. I'm going with a shorter leg, I believe, leg length, because I'm short-legged. I mean, 9-inch legs on shorts with weight is too long for me. I'm going to go with 7 if I can get them. I don't need 9X. Okay. I only need 3X. The store I went to, they had 2X, and I needed a 3X. I need short-legged 7. I think 5 would be too short. So I'm going to try to go with a 7. We got Jerry coming up. Hey, Jerry.
Hey.
The only one that I have in the chat right now is Mike, married to a beautiful woman.
Hey, hello, Mike.
There may be others in the background that are just not saying anything.
Mike.
We did Mina Alila. I'm going to give her a. Whoops, going to go this way. We'll give her a monitor.
Is Mike going to Philippines this year?
Mike, you heading to the Philippines this year? Hey, Tim, how you doing? Mike says 3X in Asia is something small. But Jerry, your picture is kind of there. That's
no, I put the camera down, but I'm gonna get some of the. Let me change it from Wi-Fi to data. Oh, yeah, no.
So, yeah, it just. I'll tell you, I'm still getting adjusted to the time difference. As an old guy, it takes me longer. Said now, Jerry. Mike says, "Hey, Jerry, waiting on news on Wife's visa, but want to go pick her up." So that's what he's waiting to do now, to make sure she gets the visa, and then he'll go pick her up and probably fly back with her. That's what I'm assuming he means. We lost Jerry there, people, which is fine. But like I said, it just now for the bicentennial, which is 1976. 1976. I was in the Navy, and thank you, Mike. I had added sound to that or a talkover. But I guess I forgot to save it. So when I downloaded it, it didn't have it on there. I was talking about how I was sitting here in my living room, matter of fact, sitting right where I'm at, and I heard all this loud thunder-like noise, and then I realized it was drums. So I walked out to the hallway and looked out, and I saw them coming around the corner. So I came back in, got my phone, went back out and video. I didn't have enough time to get downstairs. I didn't think I wasn't. So I wanted to get it up. And I debated on whether or not to put it up. Because like I said, it was so loud. And I turned the volume down, saved that, but I did not, I guess, save the voiceover. And I was talking about how, I didn't know what the parade was for, but I found it interesting. I was up there in the hallway right outside my door, on the second door from that window. So I was filming from the hallway window because I couldn't, it was out front. And I was talking about how the next time if there's a parade, I hope to be down on street level. I found it interesting. I probably should have filmed it till I had everybody in. I quit filming it early. But, so yeah. Yeah. There was some 4th of July celebrations here. I'm not connected enough. I didn't know where they were at the time, which is fine. I mean, right now, like I said, I'm still adjusting. Now, hopefully next year, I'll be able to attend. If they have one that's not in a bar, I don't plan on going to bars to celebrate unless there's an outside area, which one of them had an outside area. I might do something like that. I'm not a big fan of going and getting drunk to celebrate anything anymore. I used to get drunk all the time. Yeah. Thank you, Mike. We hope you enjoyed your Canada Day. Mike, I'm not looking. They're easy to meet, but I'm not looking. Like I said, I want to find where I want to be. I want to check out Dumaguete, Iloilo, Davao City, maybe a couple other places. Every place I want to check out has to have a decent hospital. Because, the older you get, the more important the hospital is. And so we're doing that. I have a dental appointment tomorrow to get the stitches out. Probably should have did that on Friday, but what the heck? They didn't want to wait till Monday on the other. I don't even feel the other one, so I think they came out on their own.
Hey, tomorrow. I said, wait a minute, tomorrow's Sunday, but I forgot you're over there.
Yeah. We're over here. They celebrated last night. One of the guys that I check out his channel once in a while. I don't have him listed as where I follow him, but he put up a thing showing that 2 different parties celebrating the 4th of July. Another guy I follow once in a while, he's in Iloilo area. He's got a video up. I hadn't watched it yet. I guess there was a big expat gathering there to celebrate the 250th in the Iloilo. Mike, if I didn't get up to do my live stream, I'd still be in bed asleep. Right now, I'm having trouble getting to sleep before 4 o'clock, 3 to 4 o'clock. Sometimes I can get to sleep earlier, but usually I only sleep a few hours, and then I got to sit up for a while if I get to sleep earlier. I got less than right now. I'm going on less than about 3.5 hours sleep is what I'm going on. So I'll probably lay down and take a nap after this. Eventually, I'll get to. I'd like to get to where I can go to bed around midnight. I'm not an early to bed person. Never have been. Uh, the only problem is here in here in the Philippines, unlike the States, there's not much to do after 9 o'clock at night if you're going out, unless you go to IT Park. Most of the other places are closed. They close down except for on the weekends, like at 8 o'clock, and everybody's gone by 9. Unless you go into the bars, and like I said, I'm not a bar person. IT Park has things open 24/7, but like I said, I'm more of a business park fan. Now, Mike, I don't think it's jet lag. It's not jet lag. Uh, it's just flipping my schedule, because you got to remember now, it's 12 hours difference. I mean, it's only a little after 8 o'clock in the morning in the States. So, I mean, in the evening, not going, it's in the evening. So I'm usually wide awake and about as close as I get to wide-eyed and bushy-tailed at this time. Now, I'm not quite wide-eyed and bushy-tailed because I'm making that switch over. I haven't been in a bar in the Philippines since I was in the Navy. Have no interest in going in one. Yeah, you're right, Tim. As a child, taking a nap was punishment. As an adult, it's a reward. I agree with that. As a kid, I never wanted to go to sleep, and I never wanted to get up. Uh, and I'm kind of that way still as an adult, although I get up easier now if I get to sleep. Uh, I like about 6 hours of sleep, maybe 7, but I'll take 7. But if I can get 6 hours solid sleep, I'm good. I can go the whole day without taking a nap usually, especially unless I'm sitting around doing nothing. It's amazing how tired you can get doing nothing. At least for me. So it just, what can I say? Minna, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, but Minna, in case you didn't notice, if you want to support drop your link for your channel, all you got to do is type in 3 L's. They can be capital or small, doesn't matter. Drop in 3 L's, and my Nightbot will drop your link for you. And, it's cool. That's why I have it set up that way. I just like to make sure everybody can connect if they want. Try to make sure everybody has a good time. I had one person complain that I have guests come up once in a while. And I said, well, that's not going to change. I like having guests. I like having people to talk to. They just wanted me to just ramble on for however long the live chats went. And I told them if they want, they could come up themselves and talk. Tim even he saw the comment and he made a comment on it, supporting my having guests come up. Like I said, I mean, this is a channel to connect and talk to each other and try to have a good time. I'm not an expert on the Philippines. No, I have a washer. I have a washer on my patio if I want to do my own laundry. It's a small one. I'd have to buy something uh, to hang the clothes up. It's got a bar across, but you can only put a couple things on those bars, and then you're out of room. Uh, they do. I have 2 laundry days where I can drop my laundry off downstairs, and they come pick it up, and they bring it back the next day. I can drop it off on Monday, get it back Tuesday, drop it off on Thursday, and get it back Friday, which is what I do. Uh, So, but usually on one day I have my towels done and maybe a couple pairs of shorts. Because like I said, I got plenty of shirts, plenty of underclothes, plenty of socks. Um, but I do the permanent press the other day. I usually do that on Thursday. Yeah, Jerry's quiet most of the time. He just likes to walk around and listen. And if I see somebody asking a question, I'll read the question to him, and then
Yeah,
he'll
I won't
answer.
be. Yeah, I'm not talkative and like in other channels or like here. But if I'm doing my own live stream, of course I have to be talking. I'm going to Mexico in the morning. That was in a process of doing the a Gcash, getting a load from Gcash so I can have it ready for tomorrow.
Well, said Mike wants to know, Jerry, are you going out for fireworks?
No, I'll be asleep here in about an hour and a half. Under an hour and a half, I'll be asleep.
I'm going to say it would be something special for Jerry to go out, but just like
Yeah.
Jerry, you can do a video on it.
Nah, I don't even stay awake during the New Year's Eve to New Year's morning. I don't even.
I quit. I used to, but I quit doing that a long time ago.
Yeah, that's not me.
But back when I was staying awake for it, most of the time that was back when I was still drinking. Well, I just really cut out drinking where on a fairly regular basis. It wasn't a daily basis, but a weekly basis. 20-some years ago. But I was still drinking occasionally. And I quit drinking where I'd go for a year or two without drinking over 10 years ago. I would go maybe longer without having a drink. Now, Mike says he stays awake for New Year's in the Philippines. It's different from Canada. Yeah, I think the Philippines, and I'm awake. Like I said, I'm not a person who goes to bed early. But I don't stay awake just to watch this stuff. If I'm tired, I go to bed. If I'm not, I stay up.
So why is it, Mike? Is it because of the weather?
Well, no, I think they probably. Mike says very noisy. Tim says for New Year's Eve, I just watch celebrations on YouTube. And Mike says very noisy because almost every neighborhood they're setting off fireworks and from what I've seen of videos on YouTube about the Philippines, they really go all out to shoot off fireworks and firecrackers but like I said, I'm usually awake at midnight anyway, so I'll know this year. I said I have no problem staying up past midnight. That doesn't, I don't even have a problem staying up to 2. If I can get to sleep at 2 and wake up at 8 or 7, I'd be fine with that. If that became my normal routine.
Yeah. Down here with being out in the country, you still hear a lot of semi-automatic rifles or pistols. A lot of shooting guns. Very
Mike
popular.
says, yeah. Mike says motorbike racing, homemade bamboo cannons, and I know what he's talking about the homemade bamboo cannons. Filipina P, one of her, I think it might have been challenge videos. I can't remember, but anyway, she did a thing on where she made a bamboo cannon and actually shot it off on one of her videos. I can't remember if it was on a challenge or not, because back when she hit like so many thousand people, she'd do a challenge. She hadn't done one of those in a while, but that's all right. Like I said, I do remember seeing her make a bamboo. Might have been, sort of how would you survive if something happened in the Philippines and she went out, build a shelter. She talked about how you would keep moving around. Yeah, I believe Mike says the karaoke going all over the place, dogs barking, people yelling, people drinking, people trying to sing.
Yeah, I'm not into the karaoke.
Yeah. As far as the karaoke goes, people be telling they turn my mic down so they couldn't hear me. Yeah, that's right. Miss P did a zombie survival, and that's the one where she made the bamboo cannon. Yeah, it was surviving a zombie apocalypse or something like that, and show how she would have to move around and all that. But I remember that video. It was a pretty good video. But Miss P, she is good, and let's be honest about it, people. I'm not the creative type like Miss P is. There are some people on here who are very creative, and I don't mean they're giving out false information. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they have a creative mind and how to present things and how to do things, and they're kind of artistic about it. Whereas I'm just straightforward, shoot from the hip, show it as it is. I'm trying to decide whether or not to do an unboxing on this. I probably won't, but I'm going to try to get out next week. Although they're talking about a possibility of a typhoon affecting the weather here in Cebu on Wednesday. But I am going to go over, now that I got this, to the Capital District. I also want to go over there because that's where the Globe is. I tried to get my own internet. I haven't discussed this yet. But the company I contacted, the price that was being advertised, that was for permanent residents, RRV, which if I decide to stay permanently, that's what I'll get. Our 13A people are Filipinos. You get that price. Now, as they did mention ARC cards, it would be more expensive, but I didn't check to see what that would be because I don't have an ARC card yet. So I'll check on that once I get one to see how much it would cost. Because I'd like to have my own internet if I can. The internet is a lot. The one they're talking about is like 200 MPS up and down, guaranteed to be at least 100. Same thing that Rod from Amazing Philippines has. I believe it's the same company. But I checked into it. The work down
Larry, do you have anybody there? Any Filipinos watching the stream at the moment?
We have Binay was here. I think she's Filipina.
The reason why is because
from
that's a water hose right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw me drinking water from the hose. I don't know if the camera
Yeah,
could capture.
as we caught it on the camera.
You
Now
can't
remember,
do.
when we were kids, we drank water. When we were
Yeah,
kids, we drank water from the hose.
yeah.
At least,
I still
at least
do, and
I did as a kid.
I still do it now. And you can't do that over there.
No,
No, you don't want to
I
get
would
sick.
not do that. I would not do that over here.
Nope.
But like I said, we used to drink it right out of the hose. You might run it just if it was a real hot day.
Yeah, you can taste
If
the
it was a real
plastic,
hot day,
the
you might let
vinyl from the
water
hose.
run. You let the water run a little bit so it'd cool off.
Yep, until it cool
Whatever was
out.
in the hose would be hot. So
You
you
need
turn the
some.
water on and let it run for a minute or so, then drink.
Just giving it some water. He brought the horse. It was over there by that tree yesterday.
Yeah. And Tim says he'd love to have the water pressure like that. And Mike says, I always drink from the hose, but not in the Philippines.
Yep, not in the Philippines.
Well, I didn't drink from the hose back home in New York because I lived in an apartment and I didn't have a hose.
Yeah.
I didn't have an outside water connection. But whenever I was at somewhere that had an outside hose, if I was thirsty, that's what I would do, except for at my friend's place because they had these high pressure nozzles on it, and I didn't want to take it off because it wasn't my place. But if they just had where you could turn it on lightly and get a drink, I would do that. At my sister's or my cousins back in Indiana, I would do it. Or my sister's in New York if she had her hose out.
Yeah, some places have sweeter water or tastier water than others.
Oh yeah, yeah. But the thing is, though, in the States, all the water was drinkable.
Yeah.
And Jerry Mike saying, Jerry, is it a pony or is
Say it
it a
again?
full-grown horse?
It's a pony.
What
It's
you were
a.
showing,
Yeah, it's not an adult. It's a.
that's what
Not a pony. What do you call it?
that's what Mike was asking if it was a pony. He thought it was a pony.
No, yeah,
He was
it's
just
not an
asking to
adult.
make sure.
Potrillo is a coat
All right.
from your neck of the woods over there. A coat.
But, there are full-grown horses that are not much bigger, if any bigger than that. Hell,
Much
there's
smaller.
full-grown horses that are smaller.
The pygmy horses.
Uh,
But that's a coat.
they call them miniatures. A quarter
Yeah.
horse isn't a whole lot bigger.
No, the other one, the used to
the
roam here,
quarter-
is much bigger than this guy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying a quarter horse is kind of small too.
Yeah, well, that's a quarter horse, but just a juvenile, I guess
That's
you can
just a
say.
pony.
It's a juvenile.
Yeah.
He's not an adult yet.
Mike says not in Detroit, can't drink the water. Yeah, like I said, there might be a few areas, and that's not due to usually ground pollution. That's usually due to poor upkeep on the pipes and pollution caused by the pipes. Which, if you have lead pipes, you get lead in the water. You shouldn't drink water with lead in it.
Well, it's like well water. You gotta see how safe the water is to drink.
I drank well water for years in Indiana. They test it every so often, and if they outlaw it, they outlaw it. But where I was at, the water was considered good for drinking. And we were on. Before I left Indiana, that's what if I went to my mom's, that's all we had was well water. It was
Yes.
directly into her place, and And like I said, they tested. They tried to get it shut down. The city did, which my mom was outside the city. I lived in the city. And I think that was because they wanted more customers. They
Yep.
tried to get it shut down, and they checked the water in that area, and they said, no, this water is still drinkable. They were trying to say, oh, that water's no good. The city was saying that. And the state went in and checked it and said, no, you're wrong. This water's safe to drink. And so sometimes people say, yeah, a lot of bad decisions there, Mike. My dad and my dad and then my mom's dad both were thin on top. My older brother, he was a whole lot thinner. Well, he was about as thin as I am now when he passed away at 30, what was he, 37, 36? But he was losing his hair a whole lot younger than I did. But
Growing up as a kid, when I lived with my grandparents, there was a next door neighbor across the street. He was about 20, and he was almost bald. He was, you know how you got the top bald, and then only like who was it? Larry from the Three Stooges, kind of a. Where you only got the hair on the sides, but bald on the top.
Was that Curly?
No, Curly was bald, and Mo had the hair. I think it was Larry.
Oh, there's Larry, Curly, and Mo. There's Larry, Curly, and Mo.
They had the hair on the sides, but bald on the top.
That could have been Mo.
Mo? Okay.
Mo was one of the Three Stooges.
Yeah, the senior, the main one. But Curly was Curly was totally bald.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I gotta answer Mike. Mike asked me, Larry, question: how's your sister doing? Missing you? She's doing pretty good. She did something that she'd never done before about a week ago. She texted me.
Wow.
Yeah, this is my sister. She's in her mid-70s, and she has never texted anybody that I know of. But
somebody helped her out.
I'm sure they did because she was. She's in a assisted living, and she's getting physical therapy, and her physical therapists are females from Cebu.
Wow.
She got a couple Filipina therapists from Cebu. They wanted to know. They found out I was living in the Philippines, and they wanted to know where. So I said Cebu City, which turns out I guess they're from Cebu City or spent a lot of time because then they asked where at in Cebu City, and so I told them the area I was at, and they knew the area, and this was all done by texting.
Yeah.
Now my other sister, she's fine. I call her. And Mike says Shemp, SHEMP. Shemp replaced Curly.
Yeah, he's the one that replaced Curly.
Now that was Shemp.
Yep.
I couldn't think of his name, but it was Larry, Curly, and Mo were the original ones.
But this Larry had to be the guy that had the bow top. Oh, you said Mo, and then the hair on the sides, or hair on the side, but the bow top.
I think that was Mo, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's what the neighbor, and only 20 years old.
Yeah.
That was like 40 years ago.
I knew a guy in the Navy who was a teenager was completely bald.
Bald by nature, not by.
He had scarlet fever as a child, and he had no eyebrows, no hair on his head. But he was young enough; his beard didn't start growing, but his beard was a little thin.
Yeah.
He didn't have a real thick beard. But yeah, he was bald because he had scarlet fever as a kid. And I guess it caused him to go bald. I believe it was scarlet fever. Something that he had as a kid caused him to go bald. And he didn't have eyebrows either. And so, yeah, it was it probably can be traumatic, but if it happens to you, eventually you probably get used to it. You
Yeah.
know, and, the tough part is probably having to tell everybody all the time whenever you met somebody new why you were bald at such a young age and
Yeah.
had no eyebrows. So he I never asked him. He just told me. I mean, so he's probably so used to people asking. When he met new people, he probably just told them, "Hey, look, I'm bald. This is why." And
Yeah.
but yeah, I knew a guy that was almost albino, and I say almost because he didn't have the pink eyes, and he had, I mean, real white skin, but he had black hair.
Oh,
So I mean, he wasn't an albino, but if he shaved
no.
his head, you'd think he was. He just happened to be very white complexion and probably burned easy, so he just stayed out of the sun. I mean, his face was, I'm fairly white, but he made me look like I had a good tan. So he happened to be a cook in the Navy. Mike, is very rarely the water stations get checked. Yeah. Well, I get the bottled water here in the Philippines. I got the 5-gallon jug waters. They got here. You can get 2 different types of jugs. The one I get is the cheaper one. It's the distilled water. I make my coffee with it. If I want water, I drink the water. I make my ice cubes with it because I like my water cold, or I like my pop cold. I'll add ice to it to make sure it stays cold. So yeah, I just I would not. I brush my teeth with the sink water. I wash my dishes with it. Now I take the sink water, put it in one of those. I don't know what you call them. It's like a water kettle that you the electric water kettle. You put the water in and you turn it on, and in a couple of minutes it's boiling hot. It takes nothing to get it hot. It takes very little time. And I'll put that in the sink, add some cold water, and I'll wash my dishes in fairly hot water. But I rinse it off with the cold water. I don't have a hot water heater, so that's what I got to do. So I wash all the dishes. I did dishes last night, so the only thing dirty right now is this. So, it just, that's what it is. And we just try to do what's best and enjoy ourselves. We don't have too many people here today, which is fine. I mean, I do these for my enjoyment and to talk with whoever wants to talk, whether it be by the chat or come up. Like I told the guy that the way he talked, he'd prefer that I just be on here and talk, and I guess answer questions. But I'll answer questions if they're put in there. But Jerry and Mike and them know a lot of times people are just in the background listening, not really asking a lot of questions. Like I said, I've only been in the Philippines not even 2 months yet. About a month and a half is about what I've been here. So I'm not an expert on anything yet. I'm not even going to pretend to be an expert. I did the one video when I show and I talk about the AIA video. That's Business Park. You can see it from that's how close I am. You can see the buildings quite easily from my apartment. The AIA building is the Phil Lamb or something like that building as well. It's the same building, and that's where JRC, where I went and got my agent for helping me find my apartment, and also for the agent that renewed my visa, and will renew it again here in probably about another week. I'll have to go in and get it renewed again, and this time I'll do it for 2 months. That's the building they're in, right? So yeah, if you could go as a crow fly, it'd be a lot closer than walking or driving. It would be from where my apartment is to that building. Is about a little over a mile to that building. Right at a mile, but I think it's like 1.1 miles or something like that. So, it's not a big whoop. Landers is less than half a mile from where I live, and that's in Business Park. So to get to Business Park is less than a half mile, but Business Park is quite large, just like IT Park is quite large. My favorite mall, like I said, Iola Center, our Center Mall, the one with the terraces. That building's about 30 years old or more. But they reinvented and remodeled and still doing some remodeling. And I happen to like yesterday, I went and sat on the terrace for a while. There was a decent breeze. I went and checked on see if I can find some pants my size, some shorts. And when I first get there, I always go to Bowes and have a cup of coffee. And it was nice enough that I sat outside and had my coffee. Sometimes it's so hot that I'll sit inside if there's room. Matter of fact, later on, the second time I went there, I did sit inside. It wasn't because it was hot. It was because the outside was there wasn't a place to sit unless I wanted to sit down with people I didn't know. And so I didn't do that. As I was getting my drink, somebody got up and left inside, so I sat down inside. So, I went ahead and ate my dinner at the mall as well, but the place I ate at, I ate inside because it's just the way it was. But yeah, it's...
Call it a night.
Huh?
I'm going to call it a night already.
All right. Well, you have a good one, Jerry. Thanks for coming
Likewise.
up. We appreciate it.
And Larry and Mike and Tim, I don't know if Tim's still there.
As far as I know, they're still here.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
It
shows three people in the chat.
No, okay. Yeah, I just gotta get some feed and put in a truck and go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to say that would be Mike, Tim, and Beatty, or maybe you. I don't know, but
yeah. Well, we all see you all. Take care.
All right, take it easy, man. Enjoy yourself.
Likewise. Bye.
All right, bye.
Mm.
So, he's frozen, but it hadn't dropped yet. But so yeah, like I said, I have to go to the dental tomorrow. I got a 1 o'clock appointment to have the stitches removed, and then sometime I'll have to make another appointment. Well, Jerry, if you're still there, Tim says take care. I have to have another appointment made later, so they're going to take an impression and make it partial, that I'll wear for a while until this is completely healed, because the bone graft has to take and heal up, and before I can get implants. And this will give me a chance to decide if I want an implant or not. But it's an extra cost. I have the partial, but I decided because of the length of time they want me to go without, I'm going to try the partial. I may hate it, but unless you try it, you don't know. I may end up liking it and saying the heck with spending the extra money on the implants. We'll see. If I had to make that choice right now, I'd say we're going implants. But I do want the partial. I'm hoping that'll help make it easier to eat because that makes it hard to bite stuff. There are certain things I can bite and chew. I can chew anything, but I mean the bite and actually get it to where it breaks apart because you don't go through. Like I had a hamburger yesterday. I cut it with my fork and then put it and ate it. You know, I did all the chewing on this side. That's, like I said, that's pretty much the only side I got to chew it. So yeah, I'm going to get the partial to try it out, see if I like it. But we'll see. I'm just wondering what I was looking for is in there. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. Like I said, tomorrow the stitches are taken out. Probably in a couple of weeks to a month. They may even do it within a week, and it may be a month before I get it. I don't know. I know they said something about a month later. Either that's when they take the impression and then make the partial, to fit my mouth. We'll see. But so yeah, we're going to do that. And if people thinking, well, you don't really need to. It's not vanity. I mean, I show people all the time. See, it's not the vanity. It's the convenience of being able to eat a sandwich that's not like a grilled cheese or peanut butter and jam. I can eat that kind of stuff and bite it off because I'll just fold the peanut butter and jam in half and put it on one side and bite it off. But how about a hamburger? How about a chicken sandwich? It's kind of hard. When I had those teeth still, it was a little easier. Well, when I had the bridge, it was no problem at all. I could eat what I want. But like I said, the two teeth rotted out in the back, and I couldn't see it. Didn't know it until I bought it, bit into a carrot. And when I bit the carrot, that's when the teeth broke. And I lost the bridge. So I've been without those for a while. I was still working. And I looked into having the work done in the States, and they were talking over 10 grand. And here it'll cost me, they're talking about here, they didn't talk about this in the States, but they're talking about 5 crowns as well. It'll be less than about 6 grand or less. And that's counting getting the partial and then getting the implants. And they never talked about getting a partial either in the States. That wasn't part of the price that they were talking. The crowns and the partial was never included in the price we're talking about. So we're talking less than half of the cost in the States. And like I said, the Philippines is known for being a great place to get dental work done, especially in Cebu. It's probably one of the best places to get dental work done in the Philippines. From my understanding, that's another reason for coming here. I did have a guy ask me why Cebu. He's in Subic Bay. He asked me why I picked Cebu. He's a former sailor like myself. And I told him why. I mean, it's centrally located. They got excellent dentists. I'm looking at that. They also got a really good healthcare system. Couple good hospitals here, and this will let me check out other places. Kind of need a home base, and so this is my home base for now. And like I said, I want to check out Dumagetti. I want to check out Iloilo and Duval, and I'll probably run it sometime over to Bye Bye and or Ormoc, which is close to Bye Bye, and visit with Mad Minnie and Sir Dan over there and check that area out. Now, I don't believe I would live in Bye Bye, but Leyte maybe. And who knows, maybe Bye Bye as well, but it's not a place I'm thinking about checking out for living. It's an area that I do know some vloggers. I do have some followers that live over there besides Sir Dan and Mad Minnie. I'd like to go to later on to Clark area and visit with Tim and people in that area. There again, that's island of Luzon, and a couple hours, about an hour or so away is Subic Bay, so I'd probably run down there sometime. Probably not the same trip, unless I've already found a place to settle down and got a long-term rental lined up by the time I do that. And then maybe I'll take a couple weeks and spend some time visiting Tim. We'll go down and check out Subic Bay and maybe try to get together with somebody else. Yeah, that's true, Tim. Like I said, I'm going to check it out sometime. It might be a place that I find very attractive. Like I said, I want a place that's got a good hospital. And I guess the better hospital in that area is in Ormoc, which is maybe 45 minutes away from Dan and Mad Minnie. So, who knows? I might go there and stay. But, it just, you never know until you go check it out. Like I said, I know I like the looks of Dumagetti. I know there's some things there I really would like to see. When I first go there, I will not have enough time. I'm not going to go with enough time to go see everything. I'm only going to go for maybe a week. And part of one day I plan on spending in Valencia, going to the Sunday market. But there's a lot of places there to see. I'm going to hang out on the boulevard or the boardwalk, whatever you want to call it, along the ocean there. There's a couple other cities or towns or whatever you want to call them that are close by that I'll probably go check out. Like I said, I may not even be a whole week there. I don't know. I haven't made the trip yet. I will know before I go. I'll book the hotel for the time frame that I plan on staying, and we'll do that. And we're trying to got a notification. That's cool. But anyway, so it's like, let's do what I can when I can. I'm like I said, when it comes to the retired expats here in the Philippines, I'm on the poorer end. I'm not the poorest over here by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm far from the best. I'm probably below average, or right about average. When you take it in the very low and the very high and put, what an average is. But I might be a little below average. Like I said, I'm not got a lot of Social Security money, but I got enough to survive and enjoy myself. I've proven that. I haven't gone over my budget yet. And my budget is not my full Social Security. It's less than my full amount because I want to save money each month. And so I've been able to do that. And I'm not talking about the money I'm spending on my mouth. That money doesn't count. That money was set aside for that reason. So, I'm not counting that. I have spent a little more money than I was wanting to. Not wanting to, was hoping to. I was hoping to be able to keep it under what I've kept it under. Because that would give me more money for travel. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Because my travel money is included in my budget. But that's also because I'm setting up my place. I bought a fan. I bought some other stuff. I bought that water heater, the water pot. Some people heat it up to make their coffee. I heat it up to do dishes. And so, that kind of stuff. I bought some towels and I didn't have to buy any washcloths. Well, I bought towels, dishcloths, and stuff like that. Stuff that once you get all that stuff together, you don't have to buy again for who knows how long. So that, that's the setup money. The setup money is still underneath what I want to keep my spending budget, including my travel, under. I'm still under that. But I haven't done any traveling either, so we'll have to see. Like I said, I won't know. I'll do a budget video my first month. So just to, and like I said, the first month I knew I'd be over the spending amount, but that was already included in what I was expecting. It cost me twice as much for the apartment as what it will monthly because I had to put a 1 month deposit down and pay the rent. So that increased that, but even with that, I'm still under what I was wanting to spend counting travel. At least that's what I think. I'll have to sit down and actually figure it out, but I do believe a quick look at it, that's the case. So I'll probably do a apartment setup and first month video, and then I'll do a budget for. I'll do again a second one for July. I'll do one for June, one for July. If you people like it, maybe I'll do one a month, but I'm not sure because I hope it won't fluctuate too much. Maybe I'll do 2 months. But we'll see. I mean, like July and August, I got a friend coming in September. The guy I worked with, Phil, he was in last week's live stream. I hadn't seen him. He might be in the background. He might be out with his grandkids. I know he's single now, but he does have a son and some grandkids. I don't know a whole lot. Like I said, we worked together, got along quite well. I talk with him. He'll ask certain things, and if I can answer, I answer, and I'll also give him advice on some videos to check out. And so he's coming here late in September. That's when he's going to finally retire completely. He's working part-time. He's already taken his Social Security. So says he's got a good size emergency fund set aside. I didn't ask him how much. It's not my business. But he said he's got a good size emergency fund set up. He's hanging on to his place. As far as I can tell, he's hanging on to his place in the States still. But hey, it is what it is. He's got somebody who's going to take care of his bill like I do. I got a friend that takes care of it. Somebody I've known for almost 40 years. Know her and her whole family. Like I said, we're just good friends. Her daughter calls me Uncle Larry. But like I said, we've known each other about 40 years. So I've had all my mail transferred to her. She, if it's anything she thinks I need to know about, she gets a hold of me. I've already given her permission. If it's junk mail and you know it's junk, just throw it away. Most of the mail that she's got, I've told her that, she's opened it up. There was nothing that I really needed to do anything with. It was informational that that it was nice to know. Tim, this might, this might let you know. I was going to be taken off the VA this year. I didn't know that, but I found out because of my income raised me above the level that they would, I could use the VA system. Now that I'm retired after this year, I could probably go back on it. But because I was working and taking my Social Security both, that put me above it by quite a bit. But like I said, that's because I was getting both. I think if I didn't get both, either one would have kept me on it. Just to work or just a Social Security. But the two combined put me over by quite a bit. And so that's my full income. So it was a good thing that I came over for at least a year because I don't have Part B. All I have is Medicare Part A. Because the VA system, as you probably know, Tim, if you were in it in the States, they don't take government. They don't charge the government. So Part B, which is for your help with your medicine, didn't matter. They didn't take it. I was willing to get Part B if they took the money because I was going to take it. And that's when they told me, oh, no, we don't charge the government. We just want to know if you got insurance. Okay. I dropped Part B. It's like, I'm not paying for something that I don't need. I don't think I spent each year that I was on Social Security, each year what it would cost me per month to have Part B. And I'm talking about outside of the VA system because I did go outside of it a couple times. But if you broke that down by a year, I don't think there was a single year that I spent what they would charge me for 1 month for Part B. And the first few years, I didn't use anything outside of the VA. So I would just throw them good money after bad money, throw good money after bad if you're not using it and if you can't use it. And small town girl, how you doing? Thank you. Yeah. Good morning, Philippines. Happy 4th. Yes, it's still the 4th of July back in the States. And I celebrated it yesterday because it was the 4th over here. I may check and see if there's anything on YouTube before I take a nap after this to see if there's any fireworks. But yeah, it's I happened to. Oh yeah. Now, small town girl, are you in the Philippines or are you in the States? Okay, you're in the Philippines. Is this Sammy? Did you change your name, Sammy? I just brought up where I can see your picture easier. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? And thanks for coming. I did not realize you changed your name. So now remember, Sammy, just drop 3 L's and my Nightbot will drop your link. Or 3 L's first, and you can make a statement after that. Well, Sammy, I'm sorry. I just, like I said, the picture's kind of small. I went and looked at your channel, and I saw that you changed it. Yeah, I've been there for a while. Since I've been in the Philippines, I haven't been checking out a lot of channels in the Philippines anymore. Probably should. Yeah, you helped me set it up. That's for sure. No, I don't forget that. No. I couldn't have got it set up without you, Sammy. No. I did not forget that. You worked with me quite a while on that one. And I think everybody's in here that's in here. Crystal, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Everybody that's in here, but maybe Crystal knows who Sammy is. Like I said, Mike's here, Tim's here. I'm pretty sure you know both of them. I know you know Mike. Mike married to a beautiful woman. I'm pretty sure you know Tim Diziak. Tim, I'm sorry, I'm not sure how you pronounce your last name. I want to say Diziak, but I could be wrong. So Diziak, like I said, I'm not sure. I quit doing my own laundry once I moved over here. Sammy, I've been taking it or having it taken in my new apartment. They take it to the laundry for me. I drop it off on Monday as I'm going out, or on Thursday as I'm going out. They have 2 days a week. Okay. Well, I like the name. I like the new name. It explains that you're in a small town, and your show's more about small town life. At least that's what I assume it means. So I'll have to let you know when I go over to Dumaguete. Plan on going over there in the next couple of months for about a week or so. I haven't decided where I'm going to stay. I do want to go up to Valencia for the Sunday market. That's the only, and I do want to go to the boardwalk. Outside of those two things, I'm kind of open to other things. I'll probably play it by ear. I may go to a couple of the attractions there. I do want to check out a couple of the other little towns close by Dumaguete. But I may not. I may not get to them. Like I said, outside of the boardwalk and the Valencia Sunday Market, I'm going to kind of leave it open to what I do. Because, like I said, I'm wanting to check the place out to see if it's someplace I'm willing to move to. I'm still looking for my happy. I'm looking for my happy. And by that, I mean my happy place, a place that I will feel happy, a place that I will feel comfortable, a place that I like to settle down. I like this apartment. I like the people here. I love Cebu Business Park area. I really do. So, it just, like I said, I really like that. But is this where I want to stay? And what's it going to cost me to stay here? It's something I'm trying to figure out. If I stay long term, do I want to stay in this apartment, or do I want to go somewhere else? These are all things you got to think about now. I have no plans on moving from this place until I make my decision on where I want to live. I want to give myself quite some time to do that. Like I said, unless I go somewhere and it's like, man, I just love this place. I enjoy where I'm at. I finally broke down and bought myself a selfie stick for my cell phone. Here, I'll even open this up live one. Oh, that came right off. Now, I have a very big cell phone. And this opens up wide enough. I checked it to hold my cell phone. And that's why I bought this one. I could have got one that was a little cheaper, almost exact same style, but it was white. I didn't want white. I'd rather pay a little extra and get the color. I wanted black. I found that in the mall, the little kiosks in the hallways are not necessarily cheaper than the stores. I think the stores might be a little cheaper than those kiosks. At least everything I bought from the kiosks have been more expensive than the stores. But it's convenient and they have what I wanted. So it's like, okay, I'll pay it. It's not a whole lot more. I mean, maybe maybe later on I'll consider it a lot more. But I'm still thinking in US dollars and not pesos. And so it was $1 or so more. Maybe $2. But I got the color I wanted at the time I wanted. They did not have black. They only had white. I didn't want white. I don't like white that much because it shows dirt way too much. And like I said, it extends quite a bit. But that's probably about all I'll do is like this, just so I can have it out and walk around and video and that kind of stuff. So I'll be doing that more often. That's one of the reasons I didn't do a lot of walking videos. If you notice all my videos, I'm standing still. And I don't seem to carry my action camera. I do have stuff for it, but I seem to carry my camera. And this will probably, if it doesn't fit in this, which it looks like I might not, I'll buy a bigger. It looks like it's going to fit in this. I'll buy a bigger sling bag so I can just carry it in a sling bag. And if I decide to do a video, I can pop it out, got my cell phone, put it on, and I'm ready to go. That's one of the reasons why I decided to get the selfie stick for a cell phone. I thought it would be more convenient, especially with moving around. And we're doing that. It was Crystal said she was doing the laundry. Sorry about that, Crystal. I was thinking of a small town girl. But so yeah, it's just we're just trying to get everything done and get everything situated, and like I said, this stuff here costs extra, but it's going to be under miscellaneous, which I'll talk about how much miscellaneous is. Some of the miscellaneous will be eating out because I'm not keeping track of how much I spend to eat out unless I use my card to pay for it. If I use cash, it'll go into miscellaneous. Same thing for food for the house. If I use cash, it's under miscellaneous. If I use like if I go to Landers, that's on my card. So I'll have that, and that'll be for the house. So like I said, I will go over last month's setup cost and what I spent during the month buying groceries and stuff like that, and what my utility bills was, and my water bills and laundry. I'll go over all that. And then I'll do this month again. And maybe if I don't travel, I'll do August as well. If I do travel, it'll include the travel. I'll do August, but I'll include the travel what I spent. Does that send me over my desired goal for including travel? We'll find out. It may, but that's fine if it does, because if I'm looking at things right and seeing it right up here, I'm under what I want to spend with travel for the last 2 months. So, like I said, if I go over 1 month and I stay under the other 2 months, unless I go over a lot, my monthly average will be under what I want to spend, or about what I want to spend per month. I'll also go over the cost of my passport renewal, because that was in June. I got one coming up in July, and I'll do a 2-month one. So we'll do all that here. Probably next week, I'll put up a video about that. Hopefully, I'll get down to the Capital District next week, or this week, however you want to look at it. Today's Sunday. This is the last day of the work week, or the week, or the first day of the week. But sometime Monday through Friday, I'll do a video on my cost setup for this apartment and what the monthly utilities and stuff were, plus my monthly spending, counting cost setup for June. And that'll include my passport, because that's going to be included into your monthly budget. Because unless you get and even then, if you get a permanent visa, maybe if you're married to a Filipino, it won't include it. But there's a cost for the visa. Our visa is a lot cheaper per year once you get it on your visa cost. But you still have to have your ARC card, which I don't have that. When I do, I'll let you know what that cost me. So these are things that are coming up. Hopefully, some of the people will find it interesting. I've lost quite a few followers. When I say quite a few, I'm going to say somewhere around 20 followers here this last month, because I hadn't done much. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not doing this for money. Those that you've followed me for a long time know that I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing it for a reason to get out off this sofa and do something. And I enjoy the live stream. I enjoy it immensely. But I don't have to get up to do this. I can sit right here on my sofa or in my bedroom if I want to set up my workstation in there. I can sit right there and do it. I mean, so that's not a reason to get up and move. That the videos outside of the apartment, that's the reason to get up and move. And I do know I'm going to have to visit the Capital District a few times. I'm not going to get everything in. I'm not going to do a half hour to an hour video. When I go down there, I'm only going to stay a few hours, so I won't be able to see everything. Not properly. So that's why it'll be a few times down there. I want to go to Magellan's Cross, maybe to Cologne Street during the day. Some of those things. Yeah, I know. I knew you had it, Tim. I knew you had the SRRV courtesy visa. Like I said, there is a cost to that per year. but it's a whole lot cheaper than what I'm paying per month if you add that up for the year. So, you have to look at that. I'm thinking about doing it just because of the convenience. If I decide I'm going to stay, I will do it. Yeah, I know it'll cost me some money because I don't have anything prepared for it. Because I thought, yeah, I can do this now and maybe save a few bucks. But if I don't go for the SR visa, I'm throwing money away. And so let's don't do it. If I decide to do it and get it, I'll spend a little extra, but that's all right. So we'll see how much it'll cost a 70-year-old man. But like I said, my main thing was to get over here, get this done, and try to find a place that I really like. And if I can do that, then we'll go with the with the SRRV. Like Tim says in the chat there, it's very economical. In the long run, it is very, very economical. Because I'll be doing the military one as well. According to JRC, I'm qualified. You don't have to be a retired military. You do have to have military. You have to have so many years, and I got everything I need for that. So we are considering doing that, but we'll have to wait and see. And so anyway, there are some plans to do it. Like I said, I wanted this before I went down there because I didn't want to walk around going like this or like this. I can just do this, just have it open. And if I want, I can do it that way. I can do the long one or the short one. It's all up to me. And so I finally broke down about that. I've been meaning to do it, and I kept going by the places, and I checked and they didn't have what I was wanting because I have a selfie stick. I was wanting to buy a little thing I could just put on it, and they didn't have them. I know they sell it because I know Amazon has them, but at the cost of what it would cost me to have them send it here, because it's that cheap, it's under the $50, so you don't get free delivery here. This is a whole lot cheaper than paying for the delivery. So I finally broke down, and like I said, the one place had white that had what I was looking for. I had somebody try to tell me, oh, it's not big enough. I said, well, I think let me try it. They got one out, and I tried it, and it did work. Because they're supposed to be, I forget how short it is, but up to 3.5 inches wide. And mine's only a little over 3 inches wide. And that's with the case, but it's still under 3.5. So it does fit in there. It will work. I checked it with the white one they showed me, but I told them I was looking for black, and I found the black one, exact same style. So, yeah. So now we got that. I'm going to have to find a bigger sling bag. Maybe I'll look for that on Monday because I'm going to be at the mall again on Monday. Like I said, this is all costs that will go in there on what I spent. There are some things I bought that I won't bother mentioning because they're replacing stuff. I don't know, maybe I will. But I had some stuff that this watch, my old watch quit charging. It would no longer charge. So I bought a new watch. That was not cheap. I could have got a cheaper one. I really could have, but I decided not to go that cheap. Decided to get a really nice one. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. JRC is a qualified representative. If I don't use JRC, there's another one called Helding. Heidi. Some of the vloggers here in Cebu speak highly of her as their representative. But I've been dealing with JRC for my visa renewal, flying by rental. One guy I talked to, I watch, I don't talk to him. He seems to use JRC for rental and Heidi for his 13A. He's married to a Filipino, so he went with her for 13A. Like I said, I won't do it. Even if I was marrying a Filipino, I wouldn't do a 13A. I would do the military SRRV because one of the guys who did a 13A, his relationship went south, and he went and they ended up going separate ways. And so his 13A was no longer any good, so he had to do the military one. Well, you also got to think about, God forbid, she passes away before you do. If you have a 13A. Yeah, that's it costs you, but yeah, I understand that. That's why I said I'll have somebody else do it for me. I'm not doing it. And Crystal's still with us. We appreciate that, Crystal. But yeah, I'm not going to do the paperwork, and it's like I said, JRC did my last renewal. They'll do my next one. I went in. I was sitting there. I was thinking about it. Do I want to do it myself? Because I was really thinking about doing the first one myself. To find out how much of a hassle it is. And I got to thinking about it. A lot of people that I've watched their videos on it, they talk about how they go in, they have to wait. If you get there early enough, you can get in quickly and get out quickly. But if you don't get there soon enough, you may be in line, may spend a half a day to all day waiting around to get it done. Plus, you got to pay to get it, because I live on the other side of the city. I have to take a grab over, a grab back. So you look at the cost of going over and back. You look at by the time you're spending doing it, the ride over, the ride back, the time in the embassy, the renewal embassy to get your passport renewed, the time that you got to spend to do that. That sounds about right. It might be a little bit more now, Tim. I figured it'd probably be between 4,000 to 5,000. It could be a little more. I'd have to check with Danny. Danny from the Road to the Philippines. He's doing his right now. I believe he's going the military SRV himself. Because like I said, I mean, if anything happens, you're SOL. Whether you end up having to get a divorce for some reason, or she passes away, or she gets pissed at you, kick you out, and refuses to sponsor you. Now, what do? You're going to have to go back and do it then. So why not just do it as at the start and not worry about it? So like I said, if I decide I want to stay permanently, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing an SRRV, military SRRV. We're just going to go with that. And so, we'll do that. I mean, it's that simple. Like I said, like you said, Tim, it's not that expensive. part of that money that you cost you, the deposit is yours. I mean, if you decide you want to boogie, boogie, you can leave. It may take you a while to get the money back, but you'll get all the money back from the deposit. If you pass away and you have somebody that gets the money, it may take them a little while to get it, but they'll get the money, and the money's yours. It just has to be in a bank account. That's it. That's the only thing that's required. And so, I mean, Social Security already knows I'm over here. I called, made sure they knew. I called, made sure that they knew to change my mailing address, which I had changed. I changed my mailing address. I have my Social Security set up that I can't go in and change my banking information on my Social Security without actually going in person with ID. I said passport. I told them I wanted a passport and driver's license to be shown when it happened, when I changed it, because somebody had hacked my online account and tried to send my money to a different bank account. And lucky for me, Social Security sent me, it was after I got that check that month, they sent me, the Social Security sent me a notice. And I happen to, a lot of times I don't read that stuff, but I decided I'd read it that day. Good Lord gave me the urge to read it, so I read it. And I double checked the number by online to get the local phone number, and it was the local phone number. So I called them, and I said, no, I did not change my banking information. And I gave them they asked me all the questions. I said, no, change it. I said, then cancel that account. And they can't do any banking information over the phone. They have to go in. I said, I have to. I said, if anybody wants to do it, they have to go in and prove that they're me. I said, I prefer that you require a couple IDs, like a driver's license and a passport, and put a freeze on anybody doing anything online. Can't do it. And so, all because I got hacked out one time, and I got the information soon enough that they never got a check. They never even got one check. Now, if I had put that off like I normally do, they might have got a check. But I would have known if they got a check. Because the guy I was talking to says I was lucky I called, because he said most people don't even check on it until after they missed a couple, 2 or 3 checks. And it's like, that wouldn't happen with me. Yeah, the cost of applying, I think, went up a little bit. I don't think the cost for now we're talking military. The other ones went up. I know more, but the military didn't go up a lot. But that doesn't mean to get the stuff done hadn't gone up, because I believe that probably has. That's why I'm thinking it'll probably cost me closer to $5,000. Might even be a little more. I'll find out. We'll see. And I'm not going to be adverse going to somebody besides JRC if I think his prices are too high. I'll check with both of them. Say, hey, look, what will it cost me if you do buy military SRRV if I do one? I like to know what the cost is going to be. I have nothing. I'm 72. I'll probably be 73 at the time. I'm 73 years old, and I have nothing impossible. Nothing. What would it cost? Total cost. Or total estimated cost, I should say. And I may check with both of them. Like I said, I do know people said they had good luck with Heidi. And I know people have done it through JRC. and both are qualified. So we'll see. I don't mind. I'm going to have to pay for the apostle because I didn't do it myself. But what has to be apostle? I don't know. At my age, I really don't know. But we'll look into that if I decide I want to stay permanent. And hopefully I'll know that within a year or two. Right now, if I had to guess, I'm saying I'm staying permanently. If I had to guess. So, that's what we're looking at. But if I do that, it will cut into the money I have on emergency. But it won't keep me from being able to go back home. It won't cut into that much. I'll still have the money for plane tickets. I still have friends or family that I can stay with when I get back there. I had some friends tell me, hey, you got a place to stay until you can get things straightened out if you come back. I got family that would do the same thing. No more family than friends that'll do it, about one of each. Maybe because they don't have room, most of my family. They have a small place. They're older. They no longer have the big homes. Or they're young and have kids. And they, probably don't want some old fart living there. So I understand that. But, it would, for me, like I said, I could go back, find a place to stay for a few, while I look for a place to live, and then slowly get what I need. And I can do that, whether I go back to New York or Indiana. But if I was going to go back permanently, it'd probably be Indiana, because unless I could get a senior assisted living in New York, because I know they want to control your money, but by that time I'll be so broke. I'll always be underneath what they want me to be underneath anyway. Because they take, now I know New York, I don't know if that's the way it is in every state, but your rent, and from what I hear, that includes your utilities and everything, is like 1/3 of your income. And if that's what it is, that's plenty. I mean, I got that. That means I got 2/3 to go out and spend. That's not a lot of money in New York, but it's enough that I can have a nice car to drive and eat. Won't be able to do a whole lot more than that unless I buy a used car and it's paid off. But that's fine. I mean, I'll probably be able to go out once in a while and have something to eat, fix stuff at home, which is what I'm doing here. I fix stuff at home and I go out to eat once in a while. I'll probably go out to eat more here than I would back there, but hey, right now that's about, I probably go out 5 days a week and get away from the apartment, and I get at least one meal away from the house 5 days a week minimum, sometimes more. I think there might have been maybe 1 week where I didn't do that. Maybe only went out 4 times. And a lot of times that's dictated by the weather. I mean, if it's storming, I'm not going out. I don't need to go out. Or I should say, I might want, I don't need to go out. I may want to go out. But I don't have to go out every day. I've got food in here right now, enough that I can have enough. I wouldn't have to go out for 4 or 5 days right now. I can stay in here and have every one of my meals for at least 4 days. Maybe 5. Let's see, 4. No, more than that. I'd have to have some eggs delivered, but I can go 5 days without going out right now, without having anything else done. I got enough eggs, peanut butter, jam, bread. I got some soup there. I got spam. So yeah, I can go 5 days, maybe even 6, without going out in a row. So if the weather got really bad, I could just stay in, and I want that kind of stuff here, just in case. It's better to have more than not have enough. Now I would not have enough snacks to make me happy, but that would be healthier for me anyway. And so yeah, it just we're trying to make my life as comfortable as possible. I really do like a 1 bedroom apartment, a small 1 bedroom apartment. My place back in New York was way bigger. It was way bigger than this, uh, and it was bigger than I needed. Now I had a very small kitchen, but it was a separate kitchen. I had a small bathroom, but I got a small bathroom here. My bedroom back home was bigger than this one. My living room, dining room area was bigger than this living room, dining room, and kitchen. So, like I said, my apartment back in New York was a lot bigger. Actually, both my apartments in New York. I think, trying to think. I think every one of my apartments in New York, I lived in about 8 places. They were all larger than this. Uh, a couple of them was because they were 2 bedrooms or more. Because I had a couple of roommates when I had my youngest nephew Tim and I lived together a few times, and his best friend and I shared a place for about a year, and the three of us had a place together, and that place was huge, and it was only like 11 minutes to work. I liked that place, but the people decided they wanted to jack the rate way up, and we decided, as a group, because I was willing to pay it, but they didn't want to pay that much more. But like I said, it was very convenient for me. But the only thing about this apartment is, like I said, there's no hot water in the sink, and I would like a bigger refrigerator, but it's good enough. It's got a freezer, a separate freezer. Uh, but I wouldn't mind having a little, maybe a full size freezer. This is about apartment size, maybe a little smaller than my apartment freezer in uh, Waterville, but actually it is a little smaller than the one I had in Waterville. I'd like to have one that size. That was good, big enough. And that was what we considered an apartment size uh, refrigerator back in the States. But this is a good size for here. Like I said, it's 2 separate doors. It's a very good brand, LG. So it is. It's a nice one. The shelving in the refrigerator part is a little smaller, or a little closer together. Maybe if I took that one drawer out and rearranged the shelving, then maybe it'd be better. But it's not my apartment. It's not my refrigerator. I'm gonna have to take it the way it is, which is fine. Like I said, I can live with it. It works quite well. I just would have more stuff in it, and if I had more room, that's all. I'll be honest with you. I just put more stuff in there. Uh, I put a case of Coke in there at a time. And I used to do 6 packs. 12 packs in in New York. I used to put 12 packs in at a time. Here I put a case in at a time. But you got to lay it flat. But hey, that's what's going on. What the heck is this? Okay, I see what that is. So, hey, I've been rambling now for almost 2 hours. And so it's getting close to time for me to take my nap. And I want to thank everybody for coming. Anybody got any questions? Anybody wants to drop their link by typing in 3Ls? You're more than welcome to do it. I don't feel like trying to ramble on for 10 more minutes unless somebody else wants to interact and say something or ask a question. So like I said, I just want to wish a happy 4th of July to everybody back in the States. I hope everybody here in the Philippines that are expats enjoyed their 4th yesterday. So yeah, Tim, take care, everybody. Remember now, be nice to each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Plus, have fun. I'm going to close this one out, people. Take care. Bye.